Namaste. I am Samir and I am a fan of R.D. Burman. Let me repeat that. I'm a die-hard fan of Panchamda. He was a musical inspiration to me and to millions of other people and musicians. And I would like to congratulate him on his 81st birth anniversary. And I thought that what can a die-hard fan do as a tribute to this legend? So in the next few minutes, I will indulge your attention and share a couple of things that I have discovered over the years. The first one that I would like to mention is that when musicians are rehearsing and practicing before a take, ज़्यादातर पहले होता था. आजकल के ज़माने में तो म्यूजिशियंस आते हैं स्टूडियो में बजा के निकल जाते हैं, मिक्स हो तो फिक्स हो जाता है. लेकिन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 1969-70 एक गिटार पीस भानु गुप्ता जी बजा रहे थे पंचमदा के लिए, and there was a mistake in his chord by where he kind of had an open string, and most people would have said कि क्या यार ये मिस्टेक किया, ठीक से बजाओ. But Panchamda, being the genius, heard that and he said फिर से बजाओ. तो भानु जी ने फिर से बजाया and he said कि चलो इसकी को रखते हैं. So you will hear what the chord should have been, and then you will hear how the chord panned out. Of course, later on, this particular chord was used in the all-time hit song चिंगारी कोई भड़के, फिल्म थी अमर प्रेम. You know, दोस्तों, Panchamda was a fabulous mouth organ player. शायद आप लोग जानते हैं. And if you ever remember that brief scene from the film Sholay, जिसमें उन्होंने बेहतरीन, just beautiful mouth organ बजाया. चलिए थोड़ा सा सुनते हैं इसको. You know, and while we are talking about Sholay, you might remember the hit song Mehbooba Mehbooba, which पहले तो आशा जी गाने वाली थी, लेकिन उसके बाद पंचमदा ने उसे गाया. And in that beginning, you know, he experimented with a thumbs up bottle, and they were blowing into that bottle, and that sound became the signature for Mehbooba Mehbooba. तो अभी ये तो कोई जीनियस ही कर सकता है. You know, one of the things that, you know, when we were growing up and used to be with musicians and friends, we used to talk about a signature that Panchamda had. And I used to kind of call that signature thakum, thakum. You know, with table pe, he used to do that in many of his songs, like tik, tik, thakum, tik, tik, thakum. You know, itna sundar use of tabla, thakum, I have never heard anywhere else. And I'll tell you, he took that to another level in the film Ghar. Tere Bina जो गाना है, उसमें उन्होंने वो ठकुम और तबला का एक तबला तरंग बजाया. चलिए थोड़ा वो भी सुनते हैं. You know, when you hear people experimenting, लोग बहुत सारे experiment करते हैं, लेकिन ज़्यादातर instrumental music, instruments लेके करते हैं. But Panchamda used the singer Annette and gave her this particular task of gargling her voice and coming up with a gargled sound. और उसको उन्होंने बेहतरीन से यूज किया as a background music. Amitabh Bachchan is coming out of a jail scene. It has an eerie feeling, it has a thriller feeling. और मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि आजकल तो of course we live in the modern world of sample sounds and loops and all. वो तो उनके पास था नहीं, लेकिन ये जो samples उन्होंने बना के गया, my God, I don't think people will ever be able to do these things again in the future. Finally, I would like to remind all of my friends that, look, Sushant Singh Rajput's death has been a devastating issue, right? And it has brought up so much of controversy about, Bollywood mein kya hota hai, opening doors and closing doors, people not getting work and so on. I would like to remind all of you that the industry is and can be brutal. Panchamda jaise mahan sangeetkar, even in his last few years, several of his preferred directors, producers started dropping him. And then, he did go into depression. Or he was almost towards the end जब विदु विनोद चोपड़ा जी ने उनको 1942 A Love Story का मौका दिया. And of course, that's history. Excellent, super composition. But it was too late. It was too late for a genius. Another great composer, Shalil Chaudhary. Shalil Da actually probably mentioned this in an interview in the 80s, that the only musical phenomenon to have been created in the last 20 years is Pancham, R.D. Burman. That coming from one of the other great composers like Shalil Chaudhary. So anyway, Panchamda, aap jahan bhi hai, khush rahiye. I think you're in a beautiful, better place. This industry will continue to love you, appreciate your music. You will remain forever. You are immortal. And as a diehard fan, I will be listening to your music till the last day of my life. Cheers.